got shades on. He's being a real dick, being real distant from me. So I'm picking up on that too. Like maybe he doesn't want her to see.
So she's trying to encourage you to leave him, and she's trying to help you, and now he's being funny, so you can feel the distance. Something's going on.
Something's going on.
This isn't Captain Save-A-Ho. This hoe is trying to get in there.
She's trying to get in there, and then she's so she's like, come on, I'll take. He leaves me with nothing to eat for 2 days, and that fucking hurt my heart because I never thought he would do this type of I just never thought he'd take it there. Like food, come on, for real. So she's like, I'm gonna take you to get something to eat. So he takes the bags upstairs. We go to Taco Bell. The whole time
I gotta stop you right there. My Holy Spirit's saying something. When they do this stuff, you know what I mean? Like being so neglectful about your needs. He's not, his mindset, that's what my Holy Spirit is saying, is he's not even thinking about his own needs. It's not that he didn't think about you. He's literally not thinking. He's literally not thinking. So that
like he's somebody I don't even know.
Well, you know, when you put chemicals into your body, they change they alter.
This man, and I fell in love with the person that I married, not this person, and it's so hard because it's like night and day. It's like.
But here's the question: you fell in love, but did you stay in love?
I don't think that I'm in love any longer.
No, you were attracted and you felt special. You felt we consider love like something like that, but what the attraction really is between a man or a woman and a woman, any person, what happens is you were seen. He made you feel seen. He made you feel understood. He made you feel heard and special, and that's what made you feel that you were in love, because he was making you feel important.
He was manipulating me.
No, because he was probably he really was into you in the beginning, and that's it. It's like they say that, you know, they play these games to get us, and then they, you know what I mean, they manipulate us, and then they leave us to dirt. No, they do put all of that in, and then they stop, you know what I mean, they stop losing their interest, because unfortunately men are just wanderers. You know what I mean?
You know his nickname is Rolling Stone.
Okay, they're just, you know, they're wandering eyes in the sense of they're always looking for not necessarily the next best thing in a woman, but what do I do next? What is my next goal? What is my next move? Where is my next, you know what I mean? What do I do next? In the sense, so going back to him not feeding you, he was on some mind track. That's what my Holy Spirit said, is they showed me what he was doing. It's like he's moving so fast that he doesn't know what day, time, or, you know what I mean, shit is happening. It's not that he thought it's not that he purposely is like, fuck her. He literally didn't think about you. You haven't entered his mind. So and then they're telling me about this girl. He's trying to explain I don't see him. They're showing me the conversation he had with this girl. I'm psychic, and my fucking guides show me everything I don't want to know. That's why I don't fuck with people. They're showing me that he's telling her about how hard you have it, and how he feels like he's failing you, is how he played the conversation with this girl. It's like, she's been there for me and I can't even provide for her, and this and that. That's why she came in with I'm going to help you help this girl.
Yes.
But in the sense of, you feel that, you know, that's where that came from. Because no woman would just put up, you know what I mean, a woman like that. We don't play those games.
No.
We don't want to be in those roles. And as a side chick, I'm telling you, I'm not going to, you know what I mean, we're not going to make your wife comfortable so we could be comfortable. That's not how this works. You know what I mean? We're going to send you.
She's an addict too, so, you know, they can get.
And honestly, they're better off than you are. Think about it. Would you mind if she took this problem off your hands and you go get a job, pay my fucking rent, and let me go?
That's what I thought about last night.
And when you said you were praying last night, and you said, where did you come from? God came to. All I am is confirmation of what he's trying to tell you inside of you. That's why he sends people like me, is to come and tell you, you're right, you're not crazy, you see it how it is, and God has put you right here for this.
He says that all the time. You're a crazy motherfucker. You need to go talk to somebody. I was diagnosed with bipolar.
If we don't think like you, then we're crazy. If you can't see it the way that we see it, and women are automatically deemed crazy or witches because we have an inner knowing.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's that
Our
divine feminine. So men
strong.
that are in tune with their feelings, they have it too.
Oh
they have that inner knowing. It's the divine feminine.
When you said a woman, gender is not a
bitch is in gender specific.
He says this all the time. I have a bitch side and I have a man side. He says that.
At least he's aware of it, because most men won't let in that bitch side. They won't even acknowledge they have a bitch side.
I fell because his feelings. I'm a Cancer.
I fell for a fucking Scorpio that did the same thing. He showed me that he had feelings, and I was like, you have fucking feelings?
Right. And
oh my God.
them to me.
You're telling me that you done fucked up on something? You're telling me that you're taking accountability and telling me your stories? I think you're the sexiest beast right now.
And all of that has gone away. And I have not, you know, I can almost swallow it.
But it wasn't a game.
I've done something.
This is what you got to understand. It wasn't a game. I study people. And it's not that he fell off. God is taking him somewhere else with his healing. So he was one thing, and you think he should get better. But sometimes we do. If you've ever been a recovering addict or anything like that, is you get there and then you take, you take a million steps forward or one steps forward to take 10 back and redo it all over again. Because each time, as Kobe Bryant says, each time you're doing it, you're getting stronger and better at it. So we don't, and domestic violence, as we say, you know this. You leave them how many times? Each time you're getting better at your resolve of leaving them. But that's where it is right now. Is like, God gave you this partner to keep you through these hard times because both of you was in hard times. Right now, he's going down a harder road, and God is giving you an opportunity out. And that's what you said is, I'm trying to get. He don't want me to get a job. He doesn't want him to lose. And it's not so much the control, but if by losing you, he loses himself because now he has to find himself in a new path. And that's the same for you. If you're not there every day and you've been there every day, what I'm going to have to make every day different. And that puts you back in control. Now, here's the thing. This is what I told my boys the other day that are in loveless marriages. I teach men as well. Their contract, they're good men. I'm going to stand by my wife and these children. Right. But they're in loveless marriages and they're looking for attention outside. They want a girl to make them feel special. They want stuff like that. You can't hate them for wanting, to be loved. And I'm trying to make them understand is I know that you're gonna hurt your ego and pride by walking away from this contract to this woman. You don't have to walk away from your responsibilities, but you need to walk towards someone that makes you feel good at home. That's somebody that's in your corner making you feel good, and not just someone that you're providing for. And they call it a handicapped partner is what they called it. And it's like, you held me down and I'm always going to stay with you. But then at the same time, they don't see they're holding them down. You know what I mean? Literally. And that's what I said is the longer you roll with him, you're on his path. You have an opportunity to go your own path. And you know what's on your own path? Anything you get rid of, God will replace. He's not going to make you go without a partner.
He's done that.
God will always... You look at these fucked up ass couples, you're like, why the fuck am I single?
Exactly.
And that's because God is faithful. He's not going to make you struggle by yourself. That's where Eve came from for Adam.
I'm so afraid.
He'll bring you someone new when it's time.
I'm scared of that.
You're scared of what?
He's going to take my life. At this point, I've never had nobody put their hands on me the way that he does. He's put a gun out on me. He's done all this stuff within 6 months. And I'm down here with my family, or no family, no anything. And
that's what it happens. That's how they get us. We're completely isolated.
Yeah, and you know what? I call my best friend.
All right, so that fear that you have was put in you by either him or something you've seen. Let me ask you this. Now that you know that God brought us here and he's talking directly to you through me, do you think God is going to let him take your life when God's trying to give you a new life?
No.
God protects you and he's trying to get you.
I needed yesterday to just woosah and think and pray hard. I needed to wake up this morning because I know what he's doing to me is wrong. He says, I'm not having sex with nobody, I'm not cheating on you. But this lady, she comes up to the room and she takes $20 out of her purse, hands me $20. She's like, did you smoke meth? I'm like, no, I don't do any drugs. I used to pop pills, but I've been clean that 4 years. I only smoke weed. And she's like...
It's a role reversal. That's what they just showed me. They just showed me that. It's like, if you was... guys would be... I see it all the time. You know what I mean? She's with her dude and then her homeboy. No, he's just my homeboy. He's about to help us out. He's going to pay for the room. He's going to go buy us some shit. You know what I mean? And their husband or boyfriend or whoever this man is has to sit there with the feelings that you have like, what the fuck? You fucking this dude? Why is this dude spending money on us? Who's this dude? This and that. That's what all the time. That's what God just showed me right now.
She rides around with like 3 or 4 dudes in the car all the time. I'm
okay,
like,
but that gives her power.
Husband?
That gives her power. Now here's what they're showing me about her, and this is what it is she has a power trip over men. She's controlled. Didn't you say she's in domestic violence herself?
Yes.
Yeah, so she reflects
uses that
on other men. Yeah, she uses it. Yeah.
She uses all that.
It's all
and
just.
then she's using it on me now because she sees I'm battered. And she knows
she sees herself in you, and she's telling you what
she really wants to do.
No, she's telling her what her inner fucking child is telling her. She's saying what's being told to her. It's like, you need to leave this guy. You need to do this. So instead of her listening to God that's talking to her, she's projecting it. That's what they call that, projecting what the inner voice. But it's not a bad thing because it's the same voice in both of your hearts.
Exactly.
And that's just really what it is I'll be in fucking domestic violence. I'm covering up everything, and I see a girl that's getting yelled at, and I'm quick to tell her to back up off that dude. And the reason why is because if you don't realize in a couple of months, you're going to end up like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you just are so loyal to, and understanding about he can't control himself, and this is just how he acts when he can't control himself. Okay, that's not okay.
No, it's not. And I can't.
That's not okay.
Lean on that excuse because I've seen him control himself.
Because he doesn't do this to everyone. And he'll only do this to me, and that's because I will let him. And you said it yourself. You'll fight back, and then you end up, you know what I mean? You end up becoming his energy.
He always says, she's the only one that gave me problems. She's the only one that gives me problems. He's told his sisters. He's 5 sisters, 1 boy. He's the youngest. So he's a little bit of a brat. He's very petty, and that's where his feminine side comes from as well. All his sisters have been in abusive relationships. He watches mom and dad.
It's a generational curse. You're either a victim or a perpetrator.
Yes, and that's exactly what he's you know what he says to me all the time.
That's what happened in my house. My dad and mom were that way.
When I call him and I cry, like, why are you doing this? Can you just come home? I want you to come home. Let's figure out another plan before it gets ruined. And I'm crying. You always want to play the victim. He says that to me all the time. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck, I am the victim, but I don't want to be a fucking victim, so I fight back. And when I fight back, it gets worse.
Then you become him. You become what you're fucking trying to escape.
That's why I got in a fight with this girl. He's very angry a lot of the time. And
anger is just all of that is just, I was the biggest bitch in my personality disorder. And he's not angry, he's hurt. And it comes out as anger.
And that's why it's so hard.
Because it's better, you don't want people to know that you're that hurt. But if you're angry, they'll stay away from you. If you come off hard, people can't hurt you. If you come off vulnerable, you know what I mean? And that's why he's yelling at you. Why do you got to play the victim? Because he himself is a victim. And he doesn't see it. Yeah, humans are hard. The human evolution is hard. Do you watch YouTube?
No, but
do you have a phone or any of that?
I don't have a phone.
You don't even give your phone? Yeah, I had that problem too. We had 1 phone, 1 car, 1 income.
He has 2 phones. And last week, when we're in good spirits, he'll leave the phone with me. And if I see something, a message or anything like that, or any name in the phone, and I ask about it, which I feel like I should because I'm your wife, I don't get on your case. He's like, I told you, give me my phone. Like, oh, we want to be on my phone. No, I don't, but now I really do because you're so protective over it. He'll take the phone from me, and I'll just have to work out the fucking hotel phone.
Oh, God.
My kids are grown. I have 2 boys, and one lives in North Carolina, the other one's back in Kansas. And I'm so ashamed to call them and ask them for help because I don't want to let them down. You know what I'm saying? I feel so shameful. That's what keeps you in your karma, is you don't want people to know that you need help. And that's what you need, love. And you won't allow yourself to accept it because you don't want to tell people you need it. Money is a form of love. A house is a form of love. A good word, a hug. You need love. And that's I'm a very affectionate person.
As a Cancer, you would be.
And I don't get that anymore from him. And it dampers my day a lot. Like he came yesterday, and I used to be baby, sweetheart, cupcake, whatever.
How can you do that when he shows up with a girl in the whole situation and you're starving and you've been on the street? You can't feel like you did.
He comes in and he's like, babe, I need you to and he's talking to her. And I've told him numerous times, I don't give a fuck. He's from the South, so he has that. He does that.
I do that shit, and I'm not from the baby. I do that shit so bad, and I'm not even from the South, and I do that shit.
And it doesn't mean anything, but him being a man to a vulnerable woman that he always puts himself around, they'll take it the wrong way. And I'm seeing this woman is taking it a whole nother way. She's getting, I looked at her in her face yesterday.
She's getting what he should be giving to you. But in the essence, do you see what God's doing, though? Do you see what he's doing?
He's putting it all out there for me to see.
No, he's detaching everything. He's pulling him away. He's giving him a piece of meat. He's all, you come over here so I can work with her. Come over here. And you don't see it because you're like, come back. And God's like, no, I said he needs to go over there. God would take my ex. I would pray and pray and pray, and it would work. He'd take that motherfucker. He'd throw a huge fit, take everything, and he'd leave me with nothing. I can't pay the bills. He's the breadwinner. My shit has just fucking hit the fan. And he's like, you want me to leave? You want me to leave? Fine, I'm leaving. Right? And he'd walk out of my life, and I'd sit there crying at God, Why? What am I going to do now? After that, just like you, I'd get on my shit real hard. I'd get a job. Everything would be okay.
Yeah.
It would be okay. And what would I do? Well, now everything's okay. I want someone to hang out with now that I don't, I'm not freaking out and I'm not so busy. And here he comes because everything's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it would be the same thing. I would pray to God to get him out of here. And he would take him away and I would bring him back. I did that shit for so many years. And it was constant. It was constant.
I feel like I don't have that.
And so right now, God is trying to take him away from you. You just have to surrender him and know that there is somebody else out there for you. That's the most faithful thing about God. He created someone for you. And you're going to, you know what I mean? There's lots of partners to get you along that way. Some of them may be intimate, some of them may not. But this is not your only person in the world. And now you have cut yourself off for the world, trying to hold on to this person that God is trying to pull out of your life. He was there for you when you needed him, but now God is trying to show you that you don't need him.
So my thought
You need something more than him.
I was like, what did he come into my life for? Jesus, show me that. Maybe I'll have a better understanding. And immediately,
You showed him a better life, maybe.
I came in, he was strung out, living in a hotel, strung out. I came in, he was on PCP.
Oh, shit.
We cut that shit off. He hasn't been on it for 4 years. He helped me through my addiction. I was living in Kansas. It was a circle. I couldn't get out of the shit. No matter how hard I tried, rehab, all kind of shit. I just packed my shit up and he was like, I got you. You'll rebuild me, I'll rebuild you. I was 110 fucking pounds 4 years ago. I was strung out on Percocet, not the blue ones, but like the ones you get from the doctors. I had got my teeth done and I got all strung out on them hoes. So I feel like he came into my life to make me stronger in that sense. He got me clean. He helped me get clean.
Yeah.
And I feel like
But the
that's
thing
probably
is
all
like
it is now. That's probably all it was. Like they say, people are in your life for
a reason and a season.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
But we try to keep them longer, way past their expiration date.
And he's the type of man that will let me do that. He'll let me continue. He'll go through the batter.
But if you try to let him go, he won't. And that's it. It's because it's not that it's...
If you leave, I'll come to Kansas. I'll kill you. I'll find
But you don't need to go back to Kansas because there's nothing in Kansas.
I don't want to.
You work too hard to get out of there.
And that's my dilemma right now. I want to be able to stay here, get the help I need, but I have nowhere to go.
You have your documents?
Yes, I have my documents.
Okay.
I go get my December 3rd. I have a 4:15 appointment in Aurora to get my driver's license, and I have job opportunities. I'm a home health aide. I can do customer service. I got shit I can do.
You could sign up even with just your documents, not even needing the ID. You can sign up for a lot of these temp agencies. That's what I did before I got my Lyft car back.
So I have my expired ID.
That's fine. You don't need an ID unless you're buying fucking cigarettes, weed, or cashing a check.
Yeah.
They're gonna give you a prepaid card from for your workplace, right? There's a bunch of them. I'm not familiar with this particular area, but I know a bunch of them. There's Labor Max, HireQuest, Labor Works, all of these places, right? And you go in there, you sign yourself up for the day. They send you out on day labor. You get paid that day on a card they give you.
That's how he started out here. And
right?
That's how we were making it. So
Yep.
weekly he'd get paid $1,000. We pay rent $400. We'd be good. Everything was good and good.
But you can do it yourself. You don't need him to do it.
I know.
You can do it because I was doing them.
Help me. I've always been very independent. I've always taken care of my own shit. This is the first time I've ever just bowed down and been like a soft woman is what they call it. And I let him take control of everything. Well, he's now driving me down the wrong fucking path, and I see it.
And you just got to get out of the car.
I see it.
And yeah, you're on the road.
Down.
There's nobody there, and you're just going to have to walk down this
slow down
path.
at this point because I'll get out and roll.
Yeah.
At first, it was going too fast, and I didn't know what to do. And does he really still love me? Yes, he does. Come back.
He'll always love you. That's not what's happening right now. Love doesn't. It's not that he doesn't love you. It's that he doesn't love himself, and God's taking him to learn. He's taking him where he's always been, to be honest. Because really, whatever you're seeing right now, he's always been. He just is. It's resurfacing. It's called the awakening. Is what's happening. We're being shoved into it again. We have to go back into the pits of who we were and fix it. Really fix it and quit masking it. Quit pretending this isn't who we are. And that's what happens. So that's why I'm here, homeless. I have to go back and quit hiding that I was ever homeless, that I was ever these things. I have to relive it. And that's why I said if you have YouTube, I tell all my stories on YouTube as the High Priestess Phoenix.
Well, I would like to know
I'm a
if
whole...
I could please have your telephone number because you are the only person ever in my life that I felt comfortable just.
Come on, let's go
outright
get it. I
saying-
gotta walk my dog. I'm gonna give you my number. I don't give out my number, but God doesn't
But you
give
were
me
sent
people.
here from me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
What is your name? You said
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Okay.
Well, my real name, you heard me tell him my real name. My real name's Lisa.
Lisa.
That's what my flesh was named when I got here, but I'm the Phoenix. And ultimately, I'm a reincarnated soul, meaning I've been on Earth before many times, and I'm here to guide people back to what we're really here to do. I'm literally a prophecy. I'm in the book of Revelations. You don't have to. I just got to tell you. Not everybody can believe. All right, hold up here. I don't want everyone to have my phone number.